This is a very secretive project. In a way, it's very difficult to talk about this movie, but for you, it must have been very difficult to be in this movie. Can you talk a little bit about that, how you had to keep everything under wraps?
Right. Well, when we were making it, it wasn't so difficult to keep it under wraps because we were just so focused on making it. You know, there weren't really that many outside conversations happening. We were all just working together to get this movie made. And then once we wrapped and people started actually asking questions like, what is this movie? And that's when it became a little bit trickier to try and explain it without saying too much. Yeah. So I kind of just tried to keep it simple and hold back as much as I could. And when people don't know what the movie is, they don't really press you on it, so it wasn't that hard. People weren't like drilling me with questions until the trailer came out, and then the questions started coming.
Well, this is not only like an emotional movie for you to make, but it's also a very physical role that you had. Can you talk a little bit about doing those scenes with John Goodman? How was that?
I mean, it was a lot of fun, but we definitely both really went there. I think we're both the type of actors who like to make it feel really real in the moment, and then you don't really realize what you're doing until the next day when you wake up with bruises and just like sore muscles and things. So there was a lot of that. I had from one scene where John had to like kind of grab my arm a lot, and I would always have like literally his imprint of his hand in bruises just all along my arm, and he felt so bad. He was so sweet. Anytime we had to do those scenes, he was just like, "Are you okay? I'm so sorry." And we would always kind of talk beforehand and make sure everything was okay with what we were doing. But we both were just like, we have to go for it. We have to make this real.
Did you guys have like a safe word or something like that?
Not quite, but I think, we just trusted each other a lot.
My husband, he's some sort of a prepper. He's not really that crazy, but he's prepared.
Yeah.
I would like to know, how prepared are you in case something happens?
Really not at all, unfortunately. I'm the worst. I'm much more just kind of like a take everything as it comes, go with the flow, what's meant to be is meant to be type of person. So, I know what that means for me. It doesn't mean good things if things do go that way, but, maybe I could find some of my inner survivalist in me at the last second and pull something out.
Yeah, I'm laughing because now I'm thinking about what he always says to me, but he, I mean, you have to be prepared somehow, What is like the one item that you would bring into that bunker if you could bring it with you?
Gosh, I mean, if there was a way, some way to play music, I think would be incredibly important. I mean, a life without music would be so sad. And if there was any, like in the film, Michelle has, and Howard, they have some plants of some sort. If there's any way to have something from the outside world that you could keep alive down there that could just remind you that that's still out there, I think that would be really important to me. I'm the same even at home. Like I have to have flowers around me and plants and things just to make me feel good.
Well, speaking about music, that jukebox, it's like the centerpiece of the bunker.
Yeah.
If you were to play 3 songs, which songs would you pick to play?
Oh, gosh. That's such a big question. I love so many different styles of music. I'm big into like the 60s and 70s, but I'm also really into kind of the indie music scene right now. So it would probably have to be something from the 60s that is just like super nostalgic for me, like Unchained Melody or something. And then maybe something from a girl group, like Then He Kissed Me by the Crystals. And then maybe something more recent. Like I love like Sufjan Stevens. There's a song called All Delighted People that I love. So maybe those would be my 3 for today.
Yeah, or the Beatles.
Or the Beatles, yeah.